Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. If you caught the last video, I had to cut it suddenly because my mother called and I'm out getting her lunch. And one thing she's been craving for a month and a half, they no longer make. It was a specialty for the fall or the summer or something. So she's very sad and now she has to get Taco Bell. But anyway, I was just meandering about some of my thoughts about the media coverage of Nancy Guthrie's case and some of the speculation that's been thrown at the family by a lot of podcasters and YouTubers and the media in general. I think it's been quite unfair to the one sister. And, you know, until there's an arrest, I'm not ever going to say this person did it, that person did it. I mean, they could have done that. That was done in the Idaho case, and it was done by Brian Koberger, who had nothing to do with them, but all the boyfriends and all the frat boys. I mean, Brian Koberger's attorney tried to throw the blame on 4 other people who were proven not to be there, which is why that's why he ended up pleading, because they weren't. You know, he had no defense other than trying to pick apart the state's case and make them prove that they gathered all the evidence correctly. So, you know, that's all the speculation that it was one of the Jacks. And there was another boy with the name that started with J, and I don't remember, but I know there were the 3 Jacks, and everybody was speculating about them, and I think it was really unfair to them, and they still get, you know, speculation by the Pro-Burger group, which I don't know. The man pled guilty, and I believe he did it, and, you know, that's kind of the end of that story. But unfortunately, all that kind of rampant speculation is happening again with this case. It's why I started my channel. I started because I have anxiety. It's just anxiety 23 because my birthday's February 23rd, so it's coming up. And I'm going to be an old lady. I'm going to be 49. It's my last year before I hit 50, and I have a half a century under my belt almost. So I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. And I think that's the best thing, that if anybody who's making content out there, if they are honest, they're going to say, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was an inside job. Maybe it was someone who knew her. Maybe it was a burglar, but burglars don't usually come in the middle of the night. I mean, I watched a former prisoner who taught, he's like, there's too many guns in America. He's like, I did 10 years in prison. He's like, they don't work that way. They come in during the day when you're at work. He's like, they wouldn't come in the middle of the night unless there was another reason for it. Maybe this guy's a sex offender. I don't know. But whoever he is, they're hopefully going to find him. And I just wish people would give the family a break and give them the benefit of the doubt. It's the moral thing to do. And if you don't have proof, I mean, it's one thing to kind of speculate, but when you're speculating about a victim's family, in my opinion, I think you really need a lot of proof. But I will be back running errands the only time I get, so please